Okay.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Okay, look up your job. Your job is simple today. It's just the same thing over and over. It's going to be solve radical equations. Radicals, look up, that's it. Square root of x equals 10. Okay, now, before I start this lesson, let me give you a little preview of what you need to know in order to continue. So, here it is. If you were given this problem and I went, I'll just change it to 11, just a little different, okay? Okay, like I said, this is such an easy problem, I think most of you know the answer. What is it? 121. The square root of 121 is 11, but to show your work, how would you do it? You got to get rid of this radical on top of x. Yeah, the opposite of square root would be squarey. So your job today will be this. Oh, I'll just take this radical, square it. And guys, listen, you did this over and over on your quiz yesterday. What's the square root of x times the square root of x? Square root of what? X squared, which is what? X. There, that worked. And it will work every time. So you don't have to show this work, it just works every time. So you get x, and then when you square 11, you get what? There. But you're not going to just have square roots, you're going to also have cube roots. So if you get the cube root of x equals, let's say, I'm going to look for a perfect cube. Okay, equals 5, something like that. How do you get rid of the cube root? You multiply it by itself 3 times, or what? But you're telling me to do what? Cube it.
Yes.
Yeah, that's all you really do. If you got a cube root, you just cube a cube root. And if you think about it, cube root of x times itself 3 times is the cube root of what? X cubed. But what's that? X. And that's why it works. So once again, don't show that work, just believe in it. Next, cube the 5. What do you get? 125. Okay, so there's your, there's my step to get rid of these cube roots and square roots. But here's the thing. You don't always get radicals. You get sometimes this. X to the, remember how it was 11? Up there it said the square root of x. Sometimes you're going to get this. X to the 1/2 equals 11. And we know the answer, don't we? Mm-hmm. What is it? 121. What does that mean? That's just the square root of x. But here's the deal. When you start getting exponents that are rational exponents, there's an easy way to get rid of a fractional exponent. It's take the exponent and raise it to another exponent. What would that exponent be?
2.
Okay, did you know it was 2 just because we squared it up there? No, because listen, a power raised to a power, the rule is multiply. What's 1 times 2? 2. 2. What's 2 times 1?
2.
2. So what's the exponent now?
1.
1. I did it. See, some people in period 4 and 5, they said, just change this back to a radical and then square both sides. Well, you can, but when it's an exponent, just raise it to the reciprocal power. And then over here you go 2 and get what? 121. Now again, it happens over there. You will get the what root? What root is this?
Cube.
This is the cube root of x. And if I said 5 again, you got to remember, to get rid of an exponent, raise the exponent to the what? Say that again. What's the name? Raise it to the reciprocal power, 3/1, which is just cube it. 3's cancel. You get x to the first. If you cube this side, you cube this side, you get, okay. So there's your background. That's the background you need to be successful here, okay? Any questions? Okay, nobody put their hand up? Then if that's true, go off to the side of your paper and do this problem right now, okay? Let's go X to the 3 halves equals, and I'm gonna put a 27 on it. Okay, go get an answer. Okay, it's an exponent and it's a fraction. So to get rid of a fractional exponent, raise it to another power. What's the other power you raise it to? Ooh, we weren't very loud about that. The answer is the reciprocal power. So 3 over 2, raise it to the 2 over 3 power. Why? Because you're going to multiply power raised to a power and get 6 over what? 6, which is what? There, you did it. It's gone. Now, on the other side, you got to raise it to the what? 2/3 power also. And you would get, how do you do this? Cube root of 27, which you do know, by the way. And then do what to it? Square it. So that's just what? 3 squared. Answer's what? 9. That's it. So that's the kind of stuff you're doing today, okay? Ready? This goes pretty quick. If you guys are good at solving equations, we can kind of fly through this. All right, here's your first problem. You got a whole bunch of stuff on the left side, but look inside, you got the square root of x. You need to isolate this. Get the square root of x all by itself. First thing you do is what? Plus 2, okay. Get that over here, plus 2, so you get 12. 4 times the square root of x equals 12.
Divide by 4.
And you get what?
3.
3. Square root of x equals 3.
Square both sides.
Square both sides. X equals 9. Okay. That's it. You can check these answers, by the way. I will be doing that sometimes, not all the time, but if I did check this, it would be 4 times the square root of 9 minus 2, is it 10? Well, that's 4 times what? 3 minus 2. That's 12 minus 2, which is 10. I wanted 10, I got 10. Check. It works. So I will be checking, and then I'm going to ask you to check too. Okay, next. Always isolate the radical. Isolate this. So that's how you start these problems. Isolate the radical. So what's first? Add 5. If you add 5, you would get 5. Now the radicals, you got to get that radical out of here. So what do? Square it. Square both sides, and you get what? Yeah. You get 4x plus 1 equals what? 25. Is everybody okay with this? Why it's 4x plus 1? Because you're taking the square root of a number times itself, and all you do is get the number inside. Ready? Remember this? Square root of 3 times square root of 3, what is it? It's just 3. It's the number inside. That's why it's 4x plus 1. Okay? All right, this is easy, right? What do? Subtract 1, you get 24. Okay, and you get what? X equals 6. Good? Okay. Raise your hand if you have a question. All right, next one. I'll be careful. It's a what kind of problem?
Cube.
It's a cube root. Okay, be careful. Would be nice if you do this before me, because then you know you really get it. Isolate the radical. So get 3 over there. Cube root of x equals what? 2. How do you get rid of the cube root? Cube it. The opposite of cube root is cubing. Cubing the cube root knocks out the cube and the cube root. All that's left is what? X. Cube the 2.
8.
Got it.
You got that tiger look going again.
I guess so. Hey, quick. What's the cube root of 8?
2.
2 plus 3, 5. It works. You don't need your calculator all the time. These numbers are so easy to work with. You can just sorry, I didn't say that. You can just put it in, use your noggin, and work it out. You're wasting your time if you're using your calculator. Okay? Then there's 2 more down here. Okay? Okay, let's go here. Okay. All right. Do you guys see radicals? Do you see the little check mark thing? No, I don't see it. I see exponents that are fractions. These are radicals. This is the cube root of 6x plus 9. Don't write it as a radical. Just leave it. Isolate this. Whoa, sorry. Isolate this right here. So this will be 6x plus 9 to the 1/3 equals 3 plus 5 plus 5. Okay. Now this is what I'm trying to teach you today. The exponent can disappear if you just raise the exponent to
3.
Yeah, and 3 is called the reciprocal. The reciprocal of your exponent is the answer every time. 1/3 of 3, multiply, you get 6x to the first. And there's no reason to write to the first power, just leave it. But you cubed this side, now you cube this side, you get what? 27. Minus 9.
18.
Divided by 6, yeah. Minus 9, 18 equals 6x. 3. Okay, watch. You don't need your calculator. Answer the question, ready? 6 times 3. 18 plus 9. 27. Cube root of 27. 3. 3 minus 5. Bam. You don't need your calculator, guys. You can do the checking in your head. These numbers are really pretty easy to work with. Okay. Go. Try to get that one. Very, very few students got that right today. Very few. Okay.
Challenge accepted.
Go for it. Okay, guys. Hey, quit talking. Do it. Do it. Show me your answer. This one? Just 3? Oh, yeah, but I did that one. I'm saying
I thought you
do
had
B. Is that saying 1? I don't think 1 is right. Because if I go 1 plus 3, that's 4. And then I'm supposed to take the 1 root. 3rd root of 4. I don't know that. It comes out less than that. That's your answer. Yes. What's 8 plus 3? 11. You're going to take the cube root of 11. It's a decimal.
X equals 1.
I don't think 8's happening. You try it. I mean, just put it in and see if it works with your calculator.
X equals 1.
Well, you'll know if X equals 5 is wrong because you have to check it. See if it's
So
right.
is that not right?
And you have what? X equals 1. I don't think X equals 1. That one, you might want to check. Okay? Good, but you're not completely right. Good, but you're not completely right. No, that's not right.
Okay.
Plus or minus, right?
Did you get 1, Joe?
You have.
You got X equals 5? I don't know.
Yeah.
You haven't, you
Oh,
got one.
that's supposed
Yeah,
to be.
thank you. You got one too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I got. But I think it's wrong.
That's what I got. It was.
And he said it was wrong.
I can
He
show
said, I
you.
think he said the decimal or something.
Oh,
I think
it
it's
is
the
right. It's X equals 5.
No, I can show you.
Nobody's got it right yet.
I say, hey.
Mine worked.
At least
Hey,
check
hey,
it.
hey,
Thanks for paying. I checked 5 and it worked.
Half right,
She was fine.
Plus or minus 5.
half right.
Plus or minus
So everybody got
side.
slightly wrong. Ready? Watch. Okay, divide by 2, right? Is that what you did? Okay. Knock out the 2. Get 4. X plus 3 to the
Second.
2/3, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now this is the cube root of this number, then square the answer. But hey, we're not going to do that. We're going to get rid of the exponent by raising it to another exponent. What's the other exponent? 3 over 2, yeah. Let's go 3 over 2, 3 over 2. You do know this makes 6 over 6, which makes x plus 3 to the first, which we're not going to write down. So that's not going wrong yet. But here's where it probably went wrong. What's the answer to that? What root is this? Square root of 4.
Power of
Then do what?
Cube.
Cube it. Okay? Okay, Annalise, the giggling needs to stop. Thanks.
Sorry.
Okay, answer the question. What's the square root of 4?
2.
Yes.
Plus or minus.
Yes. There's 2 answers. When you guys are taking even roots of positive numbers, you're supposed to say 2 and negative 2. You know, if it's an even root, there's 2 answers. So you would say plus or minus
I see
2.
what happened.
Cube it. Hang on. We're not done. So if you cube a 2, you get cube the 2. 8. But if you cube a negative 2, you get
-8.
-8. So look. So you got to this point. X plus 3 equals 8. And x plus 3 equals -8. Yes, you guys got half the answer, but you didn't get the other half. Here it comes. X plus 3 equals 8. And what else?
X plus 3 equals 8.
Yes.
So when you subtract 3, one turns into 5 and the other turns into -8.
Yeah, and nobody had that answer. Nobody. A lot of you had 5, but nobody had -11. Okay, now the question becomes this. Why did that happen? Because you took what kind of root? Even roots get 2 answers, right? Hey guys, you've gotta think now. When we did this in chapter 4, didn't we go like this? Didn't we say the answer is? Right? Even roots get 2 answers. Now wait, what about odd roots?
No.
Odd roots get what?
One answer.
1 answer. What about this one?
Negative.
Yeah. Odd roots, they just get 1 answer. Even roots get 2. And that's why you got it wrong. You forgot. Okay. It's going to happen on your homework. It just is. Okay? All right. That's page 1. Go down below. I think it's page 2. And this one, I'm not going to do it at all. I'm just going to tell you, they're going to give you a formula. You're going to put numbers into the formula. And you're going to type it into your calculator. And then when you get back on Monday, if you get it wrong, let me know, and we'll do it together. I just don't want to take up 5 more minutes of your time. It's not hard. It's just, can you type it in correctly? Okay? And some of you will do it right, and some of you might not do it right, but we'll talk about it on Monday. Okay, so here we are. We got 3 more to do. 3 more equations. If you can start, get started. Isolate the radical. Square root of 5x minus 1 equals subtract 3. Subtract 3. You get what?
X minus 3.
X minus 3. Okay. Now this is a little different. Now you have x's on both sides, and this gets kind of weird. All right. Before I go on, I forgot to tell you something. So can you do this with your pencil now? Watch. The instructions say solve it, which I'm doing, and check for extraneous solutions. Okay? Now this is something that's a little new to you. When you start squaring both sides, and both sides have x's on them, you bring in answers, but sometimes they're extra answers. Like, you might get 2 answers, and only one of them works. So you need to do what? Check. Whatever you get for an answer, check it. Because sometimes they do work, and sometimes they don't work. And you'll see in just a second what I'm talking about. Okay, let's continue. What do you do to get rid of the radical? Square it. Okay. So square this, and square this. This is a binomial, by the way. So the square root, and the squareme kind of knock each other out. And you just get 5x minus 1. X minus 3 squared, though. How do you do it?
X squared minus
X squared minus 9? That's not how...
Plus 9.
No.
Plus or minus.
What? There it is. Taylor says, when you have a binomial squared, you're being told to FOIL. You guys, you gotta do this. And then work it out. X squared minus 3x minus 3x plus 9. So when I combine like terms, it ends up being x squared what? Look. Minus what?
6x.
Minus 6x, good. Plus what? 9. Okay. Now, hang on, let me ask you a question. You have an equation, but this equation is what kind of equation? Everything you did before was linear.
On curve here.
Now it's
Quadratic.
it's what?
Quadratic.
Quadratic. It's x squared. You guys, this is a totally different equation. It's quadratic. In chapter 4, listen, in chapter 4 I taught you 4 ways to solve quadratics. Name
Quadratic
Oh,
what?
substitution.
Formula is 1.
Substitute. Wait.
No, substitution was not one of them.
Is that like elimination?
Not elimination.
I didn't grab.
Oh, you can graph. 5 ways to do it. Formula, graph it. If you graph it, the x-intercepts are the solutions.
Completing the square.
Yes. No one's got that today. And guess what? When I said it, everybody looked at me like, I don't remember how to complete the square. That's why you'll never do that method. Okay? There's 2 more. There's 2 more. You have not mentioned the best method.
Subtraction.
It's a
Just
quadratic.
the minus square. Calculator.
What's the first
Guys, the easiest method I taught you to solve quadratics was solve by what? Factoring. Solve by factoring. Has he been saying it?
Yeah.
Has he been saying it? Okay. You gotta understand, this thing right here hums. And you're gonna go, I can't hear you. Okay, now, here's the other way. And you guys, this way is kind of the cool way, and I just take the square root of both sides. But you can't if there's a what? An x term. That method is not available if x term is there. Okay, here's my thought. If you're good at factoring, you better factor. If you're not good at factoring, use the formula. Negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 40c. All of it over 2a. But don't do that. That's too much work. Let's factor. If you remember, in factoring, you want 0 on one side. Get everything else over there. So to get 5x over, you would subtract 5x. To get the minus 1 over, add 1. Here it comes. X squared minus 11x plus 10. Okay? And if you get to this point and you're not a good, you just don't factor well, then you are stuck. You're going to use the quadratic formula, which is almost too bad because the formula usually takes 2 minutes to get an answer out of. Too bad, too sad, you didn't learn how to factor. Now, this is a trinomial. GCF. Is there a GCF?
No.
It's a trinomial. Trinomials typically, 2 binomials. Who wants to say what they are? I should have. Will, go ahead.
X minus 10 and X minus 1.
Okay, let's check it out. If he's right, here it goes. Is negative 10 times negative 1 10? Yes. Is negative 10 plus negative 1 the middle term? Negative 11. He got it. But Will did not get the answers. He got the factors. The answers are, when will this be 0? Or when will that be 0?
X equals 10, X equals 1.
Okay? Now, here's the deal. I told you in the very beginning something called extraneous solutions. When you square, listen, when you square both sides of an equation, when you bring in quadratics, too many answers come up. So one of them's good and one of them's not good. So this side of the room, try 10. Check 10. This side of the room, check 1. Go. Just check it. Work for me. We're going to have to cross one of them up. What? We don't have to. They both work. Do they both work?
Yeah.
Did you try 10? Did it work? 10 works? Hey guys, this side of the room, does 10 work?
Yes.
Okay, 10 works. This side of the room, does 1 work?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes.
How come last period it didn't work?
It doesn't.
It doesn't work.
That's impossible.
It doesn't work.
Okay, let's try it. What was it? Square root of what? 5x
Minus 1.
minus 1
Plus 3.
plus 3
Equals
equals what?
X.
That's okay. All right, quick. 10 worked, they said, and 1's.
It doesn't.
Oh, it doesn't. Okay, let's try it. Put a 1 in. Put a 1 in. Okay, so this is gone. This is now gone. What's 5 times 1?
5.
5 minus 1.
4.
And that's a 1, right? What's the square root of 4?
2.
What's 2 plus 3?
5.
Nah, 1 didn't work. 1 doesn't work. So go back and cross out 1. Doesn't work. Okay? Okay. Cross it out. Doesn't work. Do the next one. Again, you better check your answers, okay? Thank you, Skylar. I move the 2 over, x minus 2. Then I raise the 1/2 power to its reciprocal power, 2. I know the 2 and the 1/2 will pretty much knock each other out, and I'll get 2x minus 1 to the first power. But when I square x minus 2 times x minus 2, you get what, Harry? What? You're not working with me. Okay, Travis, what'd you get? Right here.
I got x squared minus 4x plus 4.
Plus what?
Plus 4.
Okay, so Travis, he foils this out and he gets this. So, and he did get it right. That's right. I'm not showing my work, but you should know how to show your work and get that answer. Then I wanted to solve a quadratic equation. I will choose factoring before I choose quadratic formula. So I'm going to move everything over this way and come up with 0 equals x squared. Say it. Minus what? Minus 6x. Plus 5. Yep. Okay. How did I get that? I subtracted 2x to get this. I added 1 to get 5. That's how I did it. Okay. Then I look and I go, well, can I factor it? Isaac, do you have factors here?
X times 2 times x times -3.
Okay, I think you mean x plus
Yeah.
2. He says x plus 2 times x minus 3. Okay, let's look at this. Ready? Check it. Is 2 times -3? 5.
No.
No, 2 times -3 is -6. So I think you were looking here. Trying to figure out factors of this. It's factors of 5 that add up to -6. So what is it, everybody?
5 and 1.
5 and 1? Is
X
it-
minus 5 times x minus 1.
So it's minus 5,
Plus 1.
minus 5, and minus 1? Is -5 times -1 5?
Yes.
Yes. Is -5 plus -1 -6? Yes. Okay, now it works. I have the factors correct. To get the answers out, it's pretty simple. It's what?
X equals 1 and x equals 1.
Although, I told you that sometimes you get extra answers. Sometimes 5 works, sometimes 1 works, sometimes neither work. Okay, you got to check. So if this side of the room can check 5 and this side check 1, 5 works. How about 1? 1 does not work.
Give me the second.
It doesn't work. Okay.
It doesn't work.
It does or doesn't?
Doesn't.
Okay. And I can do it, but to be honest, I think you're right. Because 1, what's 2 times 1? 2. 2 minus 1, 1. The square root of 1 is 1. 1 plus 2 is 3 equals 1. No, it doesn't work. Okay. Last one. Now, this last one. You got a problem. You have a radical minus a radical. So what do you think you have to do here?
Get one radical another side.
Why?
Because you.
Here's the deal. I want to say this because other classes said this. Some classes said, "Well, just square both sides because it's the square root. It's the square root. So why wouldn't you just do this? Take the whole thing and square it, and then square the 0." Well, you know what? You know what you have here? You have a minus in the middle. This is a binomial. You would have to FOIL this out. And if you did FOIL this out, this is a complete mess. Don't do this. When you have 2 radicals on the same side, like Molly said, move one of the radicals over and then square it. Okay? So let's do that. Okay, so if you want to move this radical over there, since it says minus, what's the opposite? Plus. So you'd add 3x plus 16 to the 1/2, and you'd add 3x plus 16 to the 1/2 to this side. Okay, now these are opposites, so they just cancel. 8x plus 6 to the 1/2 equals 0 plus that. Wouldn't that just be 3x plus 16 to the 1/2?
Yeah.
Okay. Now what? What can you do to both sides?
Square it.
Yeah, raise it to a power that would knock the 1/2 power out. Well, that would be 2 over 1. And again here, 2 over 1. Yes, these are gone. They make 1 over 1, so it's 8x plus 6 to the first. But that's just 8x plus 6. Other side, yes, these cancel out, so you end up with 3x plus 16. Is that linear or is that quadratic? That's a linear equation, guys. That's not hard. Just get x's on one side, get numbers on the other side, divide whatever you have to divide, get it.
So if you did FOIL it out, would it become what?
There's no foiling here, I'm done.
No, I'm saying, if you
In the
did,
very beginning, if I would have foiled, oh, don't do it.
yeah, but then would it become quadratic?
You would have a huge mess, and I don't even know where to tell you to go from there. Don't, when you have two radicals on one side, get one radical over here. Just do it. Okay, this I probably would move over, right? Minus 3x. You get 5x plus 6. It is just book, yes, okay. Now what?
Minus 6.
Subtract 6, 5x equals what? 10. X equals what?
2.
2. Did you check it?
Yes.
Adrian, did you check it? Adrian,
Positive.
Then why doesn't it work?
Adrian, did you
I
check
didn't say
it?
if it worked or not.
I think it does. I did.
All I'm saying is, Adrian, did you check it?
I said I checked, I didn't say if it worked or not.
Did it work? Yes, it works. He lied. Okay, that's it. It works. I knew I could catch him. All right, you guys, go get a book if you don't have one.